Today we will look at how to create kids coloring book in Canva. Let's go over to create a design to select our custom design. We will change our unit of measurement to millimeter and we'll set the width as 210 and the height as 297. Then we'll click on create a design. Let's set our page color by clicking on color and clicking a gradient color. We'll go back into the gradient color and add more colors to it. We'll customize the color how we want the color to look in our design. After setting the color, we'll go over to the text tab and add a text box. After typing in our text, we'll click on the text box and go over to font and change our font to Comic Sans, and we'll make that bold. We'll change the size of the text. Let's go over to the element tab to add an element that represents circles. We'll be adding this drop down and we'll scale out the elements on our design page. We'll click on position and go over to layers to delete the second element. Then we'll click on the text box and go over to effect and click on the shape of our text and make it curve. We'll curve that to our liking and position it to the page where we want it to be. Then we'll duplicate our text box, and for the second text box we'll go back to the effects and take the slider to 0. We will change the text to circus animal and we'll go over to font and change the font to Tang Songbird. We'll reduce the size of the text and we'll go over to spacing and increase the letter spacing to 100 and the line spacing to 2. We'll position our text box at the page where we want it to be, and we'll go over to effect and apply a holo effect to it. We'll take the thickness to 100. Let's position the coloring book text to go up a bit so that it's away from the circus animal text, and we'll go over to element and add a bear head so that it looks like a coloring book for children. We'll scale down the bear head. Let's add a second page and click on show pages. We'll click the second page and go back to color and change the color to white. Now we'll go copy this text box and paste it into the second page. Let's go over to the element tab and search for bear, which is our first circus animal. We will choose a bear from graphics and we'll select the bear we want to add. Let's scale that out on our design page and paste in our text. Then increase the size of our text to 70. We will duplicate this page and go into the third page and delete the bear and change the text to camel, which is the second circus animal we'll be working on. We'll go back into the element tab and back to graphics to search for camel. Note that we'll be using graphics section, not the photo section, to select all our 10 circus animals. So we've chosen 10 animals to be the circus animal we want children to color in this book. And why we chose a font that has spacing in it so the children can also color the letters, the text itself. I will speed up the process of adding the animals into the pages so we don't get bored, but you should know that you can use any graphics you want to use. You can represent anything you want the children to color in your coloring book, but that's just how to do it. You choose your custom size, you choose what you want them to color. You can also use ChatGPT to ask for ideas of coloring book, and you can ask ChatGPT also to generate you image prompt ideas that you can use to generate the images. I will create a video for that, but that will not be today. Now let's preview our design by clicking on the share button and going over to present. This is our design. Isn't it beautiful? Subscribe to the channel for more tutorials like this. Once you're satisfied with your design, you can export your design as PDF print. Do have a good one.